Questions.
All right. Well, my name is Sanaz Raji, and up until August of 2011, I was a PhD student at the ICS, which is the Institute of Communication Studies, University of Leeds. So, don't know where else.
So why are we here protesting today?
All right, that's a good question. We're here protesting because in August 15th of 2011, I was told by the head of the ICS, David Hesmatahash, that I would no longer. I was on a 3-year scholarship, and they were not going to renew the 3rd year of my scholarship. The ICS, or my supervisors, were citing that I had not made sufficient progress with my PhD. And I'm disputing that, of course.
And so what have you had to go through in trying to dispute that then?
Well, I want to talk about the whole progress issue thing, because I had passed my transfer viva. It's like your upgrade year when you upgrade into your 2nd year of your PhD. And I had done all of that, and I was making sufficient progress in my research, and I had been invited to international conferences, which the ICS actually paid for me to go. So if I wasn't making sufficient progress, and I don't think you want to take a student who's not making progress on their PhD to represent the department in an international conference. Do you see what I mean? Mm. So I think a lot of it is just politics, because for the past 2 years into my PhD, I made many complaints about my supervision, and the lack of supervision means I was getting, and the fact that I wasn't happy with my supervision. And I asked on 3 separate occasions to have a change of supervisor, and I was repeatedly denied. So I think this has a lot to do with it. And academics are a very proud bunch. I mean, they don't want to admit they're wrong. And I think that has a lot to do with it too. So what we see now, this is arrogance inside this building. That's arrogance. And that's why I'm here today, is to bring everything home to them, that I'm not leaving, and they cannot silence me. I'm going to fight.
So what's the next steps after today?
So the next steps are, it took 11 months for the university to make a decision about my case, and they did not find favorably to me, in my case. So now I'm going to submit to the Office of Independent Adjudicators, which was set up in 2004, and that's an external committee set up, and have them make a decision on this case. So hopefully they might find more favorable. I think the university were never going to find favorably in this case, because the system is so skewed. So it's really hard as a student, whether you're a bachelor's or a topmost master's or a research postgraduate student, to get anything done in a fair and equitable manner.
And what can people do to support your campaign?
What you could do is you could sign my petition on change.org. I have a petition there. You could spread the news around, write blogs, make some noise, just like we're doing today. Basically that.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to say?
Well, all I want, I wish the ICS would realize is all I want is to be reinstated into my PhD. I can't afford to do a PhD. There's no way I can pay £13,700 or £14,000 or whatever the going rate these days are for international students at the ICS. All I want is to be reinstated with my scholarship, to finish out my last year, to complete my PhD, and to do what I'd like to do is my research. That's all I want. It's a very simple demand, but it seems that it's just, I don't know, at least for the ICS, it's so complex for them to understand this very simple wish.